When you are completing your assignment and you have an issue with a location that you need to report, you need to create a fault entry. In this video, you will see all of the necessary information you need to include and create a proper fault entry. First, you choose to make an assessment on the appropriate location in your assignment. Next, you must choose the assessment state that you wish to create. In this case, we will choose to create a fault entry. There are several pieces of information we can choose to add to the fault entry. First, we need to include information such as images that illustrate the problem we have identified. In this example, we will add a vibration spectrum image to our fault entry. First, we must give the image a name. We must then choose the item type. If you want your image to appear on the assessment report page, you must choose Condition Data Snapshot or Wide Condition Data Snapshot. If you do not want the image to appear on the report page, you can choose any other type. We must then give the image a description. This description will appear in reports such as the Integrated Fault Entry Report. After you have entered your information, click the Choose Image button. Browse to and select the image that you wish to add to the fault entry. After you have made your selection, click the Next button. You will be given the opportunity to preview and complete some simple formatting such as cropping or rotating of your image if you desire. Once you are satisfied, click on the Finish button and the image will be added to the fault entry. Your image is now part of the fault entry. There are other options available to you that will allow you to add supporting information to your fault entry. For instance, you can reference a web link if you desire. Here you could reference a manufacturer's website, a schematic of a piece of equipment, a service bulletin, etc. Simply fill out the fields in the web links section and click the Enter button. You can also add a file to your fault entry if needed. Users may have documents that they wish to link to a fault entry. Simply fill out the information in the Add File option, browse to the file you want to add, and click the Upload File button. Once you have added all supporting information, click on the Assessment State tab and finish completing the fault entry. First, we must determine the severity of the fault entry. Please reference your standards documents for determining defect severity. Choose the part of the equipment where the defect was observed, and then choose the failure mode that was identified. Note, if you have the appropriate permissions, you will be able to add new parts and failure modes to be submitted for approval. Next, enter a work order request or work order number if you have this information. These entry fields are optional. You can also add optional assessment comments if you wish to communicate information associated with the fault entry. Enter your analysis comments. In other words, clearly communicate why you are suggesting that there is a problem that needs corrected at this location. Finally, enter your recommendations comments. Clearly state what needs to be done to correct the issues you have identified. After you have completed the assessment state section, click on the Submit Your Changes button to submit the fault entry. The fault entry has been successfully submitted. Should you need to edit or clear the fault entry that you have just entered, click on the Make Assessment link again and you will be displayed with the Edit or Clear options for the fault entry.